This is going to be an unboxing product review of a 2027 Kia. Link will be in the description. Alright, this is for the Telluride. And let's get this number here for you. Again, the link will be in the description. Nicely packaged. Another easy, no extra tools. Everything comes with the tools, the keys, easy installation. Anyone can do it. Basically tells you where the front is, how to lock, and where the locations of it's supposed to be. And this is another clamp one. Okay, on this particular model, it does have two sunroof or moon roof. So I will be putting a blanket on here because again, these roof racks are metal. And again, it will clip in the open area. No drilling in or anything. Again, these roof racks are OEM for your vehicle. So if there was any drill ports like on the Honda other one, the Pilot, it had the holes already there that were covered. So everything you get from this company, there is no modification needed. So, and what's good about this roof rack is that you can put it on, it has the clamp, and you can remove it when you don't want it on there no more. So say if you just want it on there for the winter times and you don't want it on there for the summer times, or vice versa, however, or you could just leave it on there for the rest of its life, but it can be removed. So it's not a part that stays stuck on the vehicle. Same thing with my mother's car. You would just have to unscrew it and then re-put the things back in there. But this one here is more easier because it is the clamper. Everything is easily packaged, nicely packaged to take off. This has the left and rights, but again, don't worry about it because it is on the inside or here. So the sticker, I take the sticker off, but it'll show you anyway. Left or right has the hooks. Case covers, the only thing plastic, everything else is metal. Again, these tools here you want to keep with you. A key on the keychain, another key in the home. You might have extra bolts in here, which it looks like it. So keep this Ziploc, don't ruin it. Keep it with you because again, if you're on the road and you need to take that off, then you can take it off easily. And this is what takes the cover off. Let me make sure because it was showing me something about three. Okay, this comes out here and then the cover. Oh no, no cover. That's the adjustment right there. So that's even easier. On the other one, the other cover was bigger. This is just a small slot here. This is rubber underneath there. So definitely, I will be loosening all these up here because I'm going to loosen all these up and then I'm going to put the bar across inside here as well. And then we're going to go to the top of the car and you can see. You just open it up, don't take the bolt out, open it up enough so that that can slide in. Good protection so you don't ruin nothing, no paint job ruining or anything there. So let me get all these off here. I mean, not off, opened up. And then we'll go from there. The only thing on anyone, and I don't care what rack you get, is these little ones underneath. Just a small, and you got big hands like me, then that's what makes it difficult. Remember, the right side of the vehicle is the inside of the vehicle. It's the passenger side of the vehicle. The left side is the driver's side. Remember, sitting inside the vehicle facing out is your left and right of a vehicle, not outside looking at it. And anyone, like I said, can put this on it. You don't need a professional installator to put it on. And you can do it by yourself. If you want help, that's fine. It's a one-man job or one-person job. Another thing too, with this being left and right, it is only gonna fit one way with the big end like a wing of a plane and the short end. So all you gotta remember when you put these brackets on is that, I'm gonna leave that on there, but the front part is gotta be fatter than the back part. So, and you can see it right there, see? It's only one way to put it on. So even if you, like I said, you can't mess this up really. So these two screws here on each end have to come out. So I can get this slid on there. And again, if you're not putting this on hand tight, when you put it back on, don't screw it. Make sure this sucker is hand tight. I mean, when you screw it in, it is hand screwed in. And if it feels like it's not, don't put a tool to it. It's because you got it going in crooked. All right, let me adjust this here. Okay, let's get this. I know it says front and rear, but in all reality, it's not gonna matter, because when you reorder the part, it's either, they're both the same. So they're universal for the front or the rear. That is just there for instructional purposes. If you've never installed one of these, or you've never ever put one on, it's just to let you know one goes for the front, the other goes for the rear. Make sure these washers are included, and you put them when you put them back on here. So if you lose the washers, run out and get yourself some washers. Don't put it without the washers, because the washer is literally what's going to hold it there. I'm going to get it snug, not tight, not hand tight, just snug enough to where I can slide it and adjust it when I'm on top there, because this will bow when it gets up there finally. And you just want it snug. Make sure you have enough room. And then to make sure too, when you're ready to put it on, you don't have a lot of turning underneath there, because that's where basically is going to be hard for big hands. You can get finger cramps, but that's anybody. Stuff they don't show you in the video, I show you. I show you the mess ups. I show you doing it the right way, adjustments. I ain't just gonna show you all the happy part and not show you what was off the camera. When you get frustrated, and anyone can get frustrated. But like I said, this is so easy. And I love them. We have them on all our cars. I mean, whether we use them or not, it makes a car look really, really aggressive. Wait till you see the difference of this car. So let me put the other side on. Okay, it does show me here now on this vehicle here. It does show me I will be using the back brace and in there, those two spaces right in there. It has me more near the rear, so practically I will be center right here of the space, if you can see. I will be somewhere here in the center, which will bring me down in that area there. Now the front brace part has me a little bit forward, but again, this, when you unscrew these right here, you can slide it back and forth to the width of whatever you're putting on, whether it's a canoe, a mattress. So these will go back and forth. They will not scrape this up because of the rubber. But you definitely, you know, we can play around with this for a while. But if you look at the vehicle now, without that thing on there, and you can just see the difference. A lot of people put bike racks, like when I had my little Corolla, I put bike racks for the looks to make it look nice. It's gonna make this truck really look aggressive, like an off-wheeler, even though it is all-wheel drive and has all this fancy stuff. But you're gonna see a big difference in this thing. Here's a better view of it here. Alrighty, I have it all together now. I have my blanket up on the top. And I'm just gonna get these on the top here real quick. Like I said, use a blanket, man, because that's glass. And you sure as the heck don't wanna break that glass. All it takes is a second to put a blanket there. Okay, it's up here. I am going to slide that on first. Inside that groove. And I should have it open. It should be open wide enough. There she goes. Make sure that settles in there. And then I'm gonna come over here, and I can either come front or back, and it'll slide. And you see the rubber thing? It's not gonna scratch your car. I got the bottom thing here. I will check that other side because I do want to see where I'm at with this here. And that's why you want to check this side before you do any tightening. You see how it got there, but it didn't settle in. So, and that's because this is going to slide. I don't have this in yet. There she goes. That's how you want it. The reason you mark something off is because you want this sucker straight. This can be a little crooked like that. You know what I'm saying? So you want to definitely make sure wherever you mark it on this side is the same thing on the other side. So we're going to play with it here. I want to say I could probably put it in front of this window here and maybe one right behind it. All right, I'm going to put the back on. That's not screwed in the front yet, because I want to see my measurements, my alignments, and then I want to take this blanket down. Now I can take off this blanket. And again, when I had a little Corolla and had my car club and I was going to car shows, they considered this a modification. And you notice how this one here, the key is on top, not on the side. So someone might think this is bolted in and not keypad in. But anyway, a lot of people put these on for style. So they don't use it or anything, but it makes the vehicle look very, you know, if you're, like I said, you're in the car shows or you want to do something to make your vehicle look nice, bike racks people do. And it's like, it did. It's hard to see in here, but it really changes it. Let me get it out in the sun when I'm done. So with a tape measure from here, I'm gonna use this as my point. I think I'm gonna like it right around in here. That looks pretty, like more towards the rear of the vehicle. All right, basically measured from this inner part here to here, 16 center. Both sides will be 16 center from that point, which almost gives it a nice little look right there. So now I can start tightening it down. Alrighty. And again, this can slide. This is a rubber piece. This isn't gonna scratch. That's not gonna scratch. Now, everything here is centered. This is still loose. I just gotta snug it tight. But before I snug that tight, I wanna get these side rails on tight first. And then I will go underneath and do underneath there. Ready. Make sure when you get this on here, it is nice and tight. Okay, make sure before you secure a load, like this is tight, but this is tight for non-load right now. Maybe after a while you want to check it out before you load, just to make sure this didn't loosen up and it's just a push thing test. Because remember, if you strap something to this and then the force of the braking or the gassing, you don't want this to slide. It's not going to come off because it's got the bottom clip there, but it'll slide. So this is tight right there. It's I I want to say like a little bit less than hand tight, but I mean, I can go a little bit more, but this is like the medium tight right here. Like that's tight right there because I can't think. Now I'm going to do the other side, and then we're going to go underneath here and tighten that up there. And then we'll do the front. What I'll do is I'll compare, and that might look good right there. And I think that does look good. That looks like a perfect spot there for it. But like I said, I mean, when you see the side profile on this, man, it's hard to see in the garage, but it really elevates. It makes the truck really look fancy. All right, now because I had this snugged here, these bottom ones, you will see it doesn't take much to tighten these up. And again, before a trip, make sure you just check these out again. And you see, it did not take much to tighten that, where previously I had them down too long. And you see, that sucker is tight. Okay, now the final part is the lock. There you go. And that's what she looks like up on top. So instead of wasting your money at the dealership so they can upcharge you and charge you for installation, you could just buy this aftermarket modification that's OEM for the vehicle. And look at that, I am gonna get this out in the sun. This thing looks sick now. What a big difference, man. That thing looks sick with it on it. I'm serious. It's like, if this was mine and I lived up north, these be having some snow boots on them. But that's it right there. Easy installation. Link is in the description, guys. But look at the difference. What a difference in this Telluride. Until the next one, see ya.